I feel like games nowadays I feel like short-term cash grabs just to appease their audience with nothing special to begin with. Like, you guys buying the new FIFA? NBA? I think the new Black Ops 6 looks pretty good. But looking back, I really don't know how well these games have been doing and how their reputation has been holding up. It just feels like these games have been the same constant slop, and video game companies need to keep consistently pushing the same stuff, and they know you're still gonna buy it, because considering how much dopamine this generation needs. We played the game for like 3 weeks or so, then the company announces a new game within the series to show that there are different things about it, when they pretty much just changed the number on the front cover. And we still buy it! Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that I feel like I haven't really found any new games interesting to play the more I grew up. Like, sure, there's Black Myth Wukong, Stellar Blade, Warhammer. But you just tend to stick with the games you currently play because it's quote-unquote fun in the long term.
Fuck, man! Yo, man, dog, man! Come on, bruh!
Man, you gotta hit those shots, man.
Man, shut your stupid ass up, nigga! Who's you talking to, bro? Shut your nerd ass up, bro! I know how to play this game! Shut up, monkey! Shut up! Shut your bitch ass up! Alright? Alright?
You're at the bar!
Alright?
Calm down!
Damn, bro, shut up, bro! I know how to play this game. I'm not a noob, alright? God damn!
You don't know how to play the fucking game. You
What?
suck ass.
What, bitch? Bitch? Is a bitch talking to me? Is a female talking to me? Am I, no, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Oh, wait, time out. Is a female talking to me right now? Is a fucking female talking to me? Get off the fucking game and do your husband dishes, bitch!
Okay, sorry, I'll get back on track. But to me, it really has been hard to find games to play with friends. Like, we be paying for games that we don't even touch anymore. And nothing lasts forever in this current time. And what happened to Lethal Company, Power World? Heck, I even tried playing Outlaws Trials with my friends, and that didn't last long. I still want to play with them, but they're still gonna go back to freaking Valorant.
What do you think your Riz like levels are?
Non-existent. How do I riz somebody out
I'll give you a
properly?
number.
Like what?
Aw, you're adorable.
Okay, before I get started on what I'm talking about here, I just want to emphasize this has to be the most weirdest video I've ever thought of making. And you probably think so too. I also want to say that I swear I'm normal, so at least give me some credit for some self-awareness if I tend to glaze the game too much. Anyway, the reason for this is because I like games, and I know you do as well, but I used to think games were just a way to pass the time or relax after coming back from work. I didn't realize when a game could have such an influence to you at a personal level, and to me, I always thought movies were the best way to connect to an audience, but when games really do connect with the player, it made me understand that companies who make these games are passionate, and that there are really, really great games that we are yet to reach out to experience. Video game companies that strive to create something more than entertainment creates a true experience that resonates deeply with people, even if the game doesn't last forever. It more so sets a reminder to us. With video game developers pouring their own emotions, ideas, and visions into these worlds, when that passion comes through, it's like the game is reaching out to the player on a personal level, making each playthrough feel like a shared journey. Just what I'm going to talk about in this video. It may also include some personal anecdotes to get my message across. So let me break it down to you.
Here's another one.
As you saw from the title, I'm going to go through 3 of the current mainstream games within the series. So sorry to those that also expected these games. I actually haven't found a way to play them or have any skill in porting them. But don't worry, I've heard great things about it and some flaws. I'll get into it someday. This video will be about me covering these games not in order, but based on how I played and came across Persona 3, Persona 4, and 5, which I'll also tell you my favorite in the series. I'm not going to talk about all these games in heavily great detail because, bruh, like, you could just watch other videos of other people doing this. 11-hour video analysis. But look, I'm only going to talk about major things such as the music, setting, characters, and combat, and my first impressions of the game, as these elements that personally made me realize to further appreciate games again, and that there are better games out there, how I grew and understood it, and what pushed me to just make this video in the first place. Yes, okay, I know it sounds cringe, but when you think about it, some of those cringy tropes can actually like work well if it's like done right, especially when they're grounded in reality. And I lastly want to state that this video is my opinion, of course, on how I felt about the game, so I'll try to somewhat agree objectively on certain things mentioned, whilst also being subjective, and overall just think of it as a from me to you kind of talk. And I also like to hear your opinion of the game, so hi, how are you? Okay, sorry for the long ass intro. I just want to express how weird this video is to me. I just want to clarify that. But anyway, let's start with what this series is and how I came across it. And one more thing. Bro, of course there's spoilers, like, so do yourself a favor and play the game.
What you gon' do? What you gon' do? You like rap written by someone but you. What you gon' do? What you gon' do? Just stands up and fight you.
It's not like you were mine. Let's stop and have it playing. From what you could find, just hiding inside. You're ready, always free. Now you're looking and you're seeing your every choice is fine. Not falling into free now. And the storyline is your sort of making. The road is taken could be where we're meant to be.
Persona is a turn-based JRPG game where you play as unique protagonists and live your school life, where each series follows the same formula of meeting a group of teenagers at school and becoming friends with them. And also these things. Pretty much you just spend your life as a high schooler where you follow a unique calendar system that keeps track of everything you do and spend as each day goes by. Just like real life. Like spending time with random people or friends, in which they also have side stories to tell about themselves. And upgrading your social stats, like studying to make your knowledge higher, doing certain activities to increase your charisma, I don't know, reading a book to increase your expression. Okay, this part is so cool and all, but it just makes sense for what the game is. And until I saw these videos.
Do you think this will increase my charm?
You know what this is called? A pee-pee! A pee-pee! Touch it, please!
Fucking step on me already. Step on me! I see those heels! Step on me right here! Right here!
Anyway, after you do certain activities, the day goes by while the main plot of the story continues at certain dates. And yes, the game is turn-based, which is pretty much the main part of the game, which I'll get into later because... Oh man, there's a lot to appreciate for what this game has to offer. Flashy UI, engaging voice actors, great characterization that differentiates from another. Overall, the game just has this sort of vibe, and the best part of all, the music. But wait, how the hell did I come across this game? I think it all started when I was just, you know, chilling, and my brothers were all in one room playing a game on the PS Vita. I don't even know if you know what that thing is. You guys are gonna make me sound like I'm hella old. I came and saw this, and I don't know, to me, when I saw the game, it had a nostalgic vibe to it. I didn't really get why they liked it so much. Bro, they even watched the anime for it. And I was probably like 9 at the time, so obviously I was on my iPad kid mindset, you know? So yeah, that was probably my first impression and interaction of seeing one of these games. Until in 2017, this game released, and my brothers bought it. Younger me thought it was cool when I first saw it, but I never played it because it was turn-based. I find it the most boring in the game genre, and personally it was not my best strong suit in gaming, and having to strategize and just sit there while they just hit each other. But my brother would always play this game on the TV, like, if the whole house could hear it. So when I was in my room, I just heard bangers coming from another room.
Where have you been? Been searching all along.
Then on YouTube, I finally came across a meme video. This video, I don't know if you guys seen it. I watched it and it was pretty funny because the joke is that the song is a banger. And I think this was the era where people just started using Persona 5 music when you didn't even realize where it came from. It would just suit the vibe for background music when people needed it. And which also came to mind that other people knew about the game, but never played the game. Okay, let's talk about when I first played the game. So at the end of 2023, my oldest brother who lives alone visited us and was talking about new game releases to me, and also mentioned that there was going to be a remake for one of the Persona games. I was like, oh yeah, cool. Did you hear about Tekken 8 coming out? Oh man, did you play Spider-Man 2? That game was crazy. So essentially, he lent me his Steam account, and I was looking through which games to play, cause, bro, like, where the hell do I even start? Like, what is this? Larry Magna Cum. So while I was browsing in alphabetical order, I came across the P section and saw these. Yeah, I thought I might as well try it, but I didn't know which one to start with until I heard you can play them in any order you want, so I decided to do it in numbered order. And my brother also said that 3 was the best in his opinion because it was sad. So I installed Persona 3 Portable, and I was like hype man, like this is gonna be my first game, I wanna see why people like it so much. I opened up the game and little did me not know what he was going to experience. And bro, let me say this game was ass! Well, apart from the music of course. Upon opening the game, this opening played, and first impressions, I was liking it. It sounded like an anime opening and was really confused with what I was going to get myself into. So I had to like process everything with what I was looking at. The moon, this little boy. Why are characters putting guns to their heads? And the music was aight when I first heard it. And in the opening I had a choice of picking the main character and this female character. And I just wanted to stick with what it recommended to me. With this game I really had to like interpret and imagine everything because it was all from a first person view. Like I was playing Doki Doki Literature Club.
Skip. But when does this game get fucking good?
So this is what I remembered when I first played it. You play as this character named Makoto Yuki, this depressed blue-haired emo kid. I had to take a train to Tatsumi Port Island and have to make my way to a dorm called Iwatodai. A clock shows up and the whole place turns green with coffins everywhere. Okay, the voice acting wasn't too bad either, but overall the opening was really confusing to get myself immersed. So the best I could do is follow the dialogue. I meet this boy and I choose my name and meet 2 girls named Yukari and Mitsuru. The first thing that captivated me at least was definitely the music. I never heard games that had this sort of style. I couldn't even comprehend what kind of genre what this was. Like, listen!
Wanna listen to some tunes?
I know this Iwatodai theme, I definitely liked it from the instruments to the random rapping to the scream from the ring to the pen to the king. I eventually meet this guy named Junpei and he comes off as a pretty chill guy, and seeing that Yukari and him know each other as they have this constant banter. Which is one aspect I took from this game, the characterization. But I didn't really get that deep into the game. I understood that there was more from this game, but like I said, I don't even know what the hell I'm getting myself into. Like, what do I even do? When I came to the awakening scene, I definitely had more questions. Like, bro, watch this. What is this?
Oh my god.
Here goes.
I'm about to blow.
And then I hear this theme. Oh man, I was head-bobbing to this rather than fighting. It made me realize this game had like a unique style. Made me wonder how you take this game serious when you're listening to this. So it made me appreciate how old this game was with what it presented to me, and I can imagine people playing this game during when the game first released. This must have been a hidden gem for them. I came across social links and I didn't understand what those were meant for. I went outside and I heard another banger. Going around the map and listening to this was such a vibe, though I was a circle. I could remember the exact time I was playing this game, like in the afternoon, where I looked outside my window and there was a sunset, and on top of this music playing, bro, it gave me goosebumps, man! my first Tartarus experience. Let me say this, I tried thinking it was fun, but it was so bland. But the only reason I kept playing was the music, obviously. But it just came really, really repetitive. So the more I progressed, I realized there were more flaws as I kept going, and I wondered where does it end. And I searched up how many. Bro, 264. So that's when more questions happened. How does the story work in this game? My brother said it was a sad game, but like how? I know there's suicide involved, especially guns to the heads, in which I still didn't get. Why are they doing that? The counter system confused me. Apparently you can hang out with people. When I looked around the map, there was no indication of where I could go or what to do. I mean, it was there sometimes, but most of the times it was bugged. So I stopped and ended it here. So this was my Persona experience. I don't think I was ever going to come back to this game because I don't even know what the hell I was playing. I returned to the title to end the game and I saw this. This was a different opening, right? As I watched it, oh well, head bopping of course, to the characters, the beat drop, to shooting the head when Persona was coming out, this game really has something special to it, huh? This is when my research came into play. I searched up the game opening for Persona 3 and realized they have two, and learned that the Burn My Dread one is the original for vanilla Persona 3, whereas I'm playing Portable, and I realized I was playing the remake of the original, but specifically made for the PSP. I saw gameplay of the original and I was like, bro, this one looks way better. Like, compare this, and it actually played out differently, especially presentation wise. In a way, I'm playing as a circle, and Portable was the only way I could play 3. I even watched the comparison of both, and yeah, Persona 3 Portable is way worse. Well, sure, the only distinct difference was this new female character, and that Portable is better combat-wise because direct commands wasn't implemented in the original P3. So I just dropped the game from here. I didn't hate the series. I could see what potential this game had. So looking at the Steam library again, I saw Persona 4 Golden. And realizing that you could play this game at any order, I gave this the final opportunity to give this game one more try. Remember how I said that this was my first ever interaction of this game, like the Vita? When I first saw this opening, I had high hopes. I was optimistic. The game was highly expressive with the use of colors through this intro, and the characters looked so vibrant. The vibe already felt and looked different, but how would it play out? I really wanted to know if this would exceed my expectations. And as a non-Persona fan, me didn't know, this will be the first ever Persona game I would complete and fall in love into a game or series that I haven't felt in a while. This game's experience was truly a breath of fresh air. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about the whole game, just the main aspects of what I got from playing this game and what I solely adored from it. Alright, let's talk about how the game captivated me. The main menu is really vibrant, and as I'm about to press new game, choose my difficulty, I just had to marinate myself into this soundtrack, man. Right away, I knew this game was hella different than the one I just played. The game takes a different approach by following a murder mystery plot, and you play a new main protagonist named Yu Narukami. The opening goes on to elaborate a lot about the media and television, with the themes of scandals, media sensationalism, and public intrigue around power and influence.
If first he bags a singer, then he has an affair with a TV announcer on the side. Do chicks really dig politicians?
Isn't it just stuff like money and connections? When you get down to it, financial and political clout is what matters.
Hey, what is that supposed to mean?
Like, isn't this real? Isn't society captivated by the private lives of celebrities in the public eye? Especially when there's a hint of scandal or controversy. The gossiping of certain careers like politics carry a degree of attraction, or at least provoke curiosity about whether power is the way for romantic appeal. This had really set the tone for the game's main themes of perceptions and hidden truths, and I was all in for it. The more this opening played, we are shown random shots of a person struggling like it was some Attack on Titan foreshadowing. And I want to know what's going on, and even the main character doesn't even know what's going on. Like, if he didn't know what's happening, and I didn't know what's happening, bro, we're both gonna have the best journey of our lives. Meeting Dojima and Nanako was so welcoming. Like, the voice actors did a really good job in making the characters just feel so real.
Welcome to Inaba. I'm Ryotaro Dojima. I'll be looking after you. This here's my daughter. Come on, Nanako. Introduce yourself to your cousin.
Hello.
What are you so shy for? Ow!
Walking around here felt relaxing, so vibey that it fit the game's atmosphere so well. Like, I just wanted to walk around this place endlessly and gain my second appreciation about this game. The music. I feel like when you generally play games, music is an important element to include to enhance the player's experience and immersion. It fills in the emptiness of a scene to give it a more atmospheric appeal, especially to support a game's storytelling. The setting is so important in this game. While Inaba is just a countryside where there isn't really much to do compared to the big city, Yosuke says this.
So, you getting used to this place? Wow, that was fast. There isn't much to do here compared to the big city. But there is that certain something you can't get anywhere else. The air's clean, the food's great. Oh, you know about the local delicacy? It's grilled steak, man. Like that's anything special, huh?
While he expresses his boredom about staying in Inaba, there are still things to appreciate that not every place has. And even while the city sounds like it has everything, it can't beat certain areas. It just has that secret charm to it. To me, I live in the suburbs and having access to local grocery stores, parks, was nice, but it felt empty. I had this desire to just experience that city life, but as I grew older and I attend university in the city, the more I went to travel there, bro, I hated it. While the atmosphere was nice to enjoy for a while, its busyness, heavily crowded areas, and convenience to purchase whatever I wanted, there's just something that this game reminded me of to appreciate from where I come from, and that there is one thing the city does not have, and that is peace and quiet. That is the lifestyle I prefer, and I'm thankful for it. There's no way this game set a reminder for me just by this casual as quote. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. And this was just the beginning of the game. Like, the game had already taught me to realize the value of peace and the simplicity of life, and appreciating even the little things that you should be grateful for. Okay, let's talk about the characters. This game probably has the best characters in the series. Solely because of the dynamic, the voice actors worked so well to create this blend of humor and seriousness. The dynamic between everyone just felt like they were real friends. Heck, even real people. And I did forget to mention how this game has some elements of comedy. Yeah, they may be a bit outdated, even tropey like if it was an anime. Bro, and I cannot tell you how annoying tropes are in anime. But in this game, the humor and these characters bring the sense of balance in serious moments and situations, and its sense of relatability.
What am I supposed to say to this?
We're reenacting the birth of Venus?
Yeah, I'm ready to be born, damn it.
All right, let's do this.
I did it! I did it! So this isn't broken after all. Hey, who are you looking forward to seeing in a swimsuit, senpai?
Mine's nothing special. Crotcherry's thin and built for speed, so...
Hold it right there!
It's just teenagers living their life. I adore these characters so much, and don't get me wrong, they're all great characters, but I'll give a brief rundown on how I felt about them from worst to best. And guys, please don't come for me in the way I rank them. Anyway, let's start with Yukiko.
Look! Isn't this like my fan? I think she's convinced we're playing for a dinner party at the inn.
She's reserved, responsible, and aims to fulfill her family's expectations at the Amagi Inn. During battle, her dungeons are castle, and when she faces her shadow, she embraces her desire for independence and self-discovery, in realization that she can seek her own path beyond societal expectations. So sorry to any Yukiko fans out there. But she was just really bland in my opinion, but her personality balances out the friendship that she has with Chie, and I definitely get her part in fulfilling family expectations, as it has to reflect a common tension between personal freedom and family duty, which makes her story compelling for others in navigating similar challenges.
Chie, I never saw the real you either. I was too busy trying to find an easy way out. I want to run away. I want someone to save me. You're right. Those feelings are part of me too. I understand now. You're me.
And she laughs a lot. I guess that's why people like her. Okay, Teddie.
Oh, it's a bear hug. I can do that. My heart's beating so fast. I feel like I'm being swept away.
What the hell are you two doing?
Personally, out of all the animal mascots in the Persona series, he's probably my favorite. He actually isn't that bad. His personality provides comic relief in embodying the game's lighter tone, and he is pretty funny.
So, who threw you in here?
Huh? Who are you? Rather, what are you?
I'm Teddie. So who threw you in? Teddy's is red. Red! Is Teddie the king?
We're already doomed from the get-go.
I, the king, command thee to smooch the king without delay.
Smooch?
Please, God, grant me a girl. Number 3. Ah! I'm at number 2!
His transformation undergoes self-worth and identity, where his journey throughout the game is his way of figuring out self-acceptance and developing his more human side, which adds more emotional layers to his role. I think what I gained from Teddie is having to grow. You're gonna develop new emotions, and it's hard to comprehend what you're going through, especially when other people misunderstand you. And when people don't sympathize for you, you start to experience loneliness, as if you're the only one in the world who's experiencing this. Sure, he can be a fool of himself, but that is really how his character was, playful and curious.
Was that part of you, Teddie?
Even Teddie had a hidden side.
I don't know who I am. I've thought a number of times that maybe there is no answer, but I'm here. I live here.
Rise. Everyone's favorite nav. And the definition of Freaksona 4. Let me get this out of the way. There was a point I was streaming her dungeon on Discord, and my friends were watching it. If I'm being honest, her arc was one of the worst parts in trying to get through the game. I just thought of it as Alice is doing it for the sake of fan service for its audience. But I get it, in this type of context for this type of game, I guess it makes sense. I wish there was a better way in showing her arc in a non-explicit way. But to be honest, I can't really think of another way of this. And there's also confirmation of a Persona 4 remake. And I can't imagine how this is gonna get past censorship laws, especially when it's HD. Okay, let me explain why I ranked it this high. First of all, the interaction she has with everyone adds like a whole new perspective to the group, with her outgoing personality and especially with the main protagonist. She sims for you like all the time, and it's always very direct and to the point.
We're all done talking already. Let's go, Senpai.
When did you get so chipper?
Everyone gets to sleep once in a while, right? Thank you.
You think that's long enough for a moving hug? Shouldn't you let go now?
Nope.
No one can bother us here. I've got you all to myself.
Just kidding.
Oh, eat it now. I worked so hard on it. I want to see your happy face. Aren't you glad, Senpai?
So pretty much it's her journey about balancing her idol persona with her true self, revealing her insecurities and desire to be seen as more than just a celebrity. But if I'll be honest, like, her arc was probably the weakest to me. Anyone that resonates with her just has the need to fit into a certain image. Although this transformation is meaningful, it isn't as intense or groundbreaking as some of the others. So it's kind of mid.
Wow, impressive.
You suck.
That's not very nice.
Chie is energetic and passionate about protecting others, especially Yukiko. I really don't have much to say as I've found her pretty likable. And also props to the voice actor. She really does the delivery to bring the character, where she can be really exaggerative, funny, and random as well.
Definitely. My parents don't know anything about electronics, and I've just gotta see my kung fu movies on the big screen! The daughter of a local family-run liquor store, and the scion of the invading chain! Oh, the flame of forbidden love! Ugh. Finals are next week.
My grasp from understanding her is her shadow, revealing her insecurities about her strength, as she tries to conceal this side of jealousy by displaying positivity and optimism as a way of saying, I'm okay, especially towards Yukiko.
Pathetic. But Yukiko, she depends on me. That's why she's my friend. I'll never loosen my grip on her. She's too important to me. No, that's not how I think of her.
Her desire to feel valuable and important to someone stems from the fear of inadequacy, and the key takeaway is that true strength comes from embracing one's unique qualities without needing to compete or compare oneself with others. It is you that needs to embrace self-confidence and self-respect, accepting yourself for who you are. And if I were to compare the banter between Yukari and Junpei, Chie and Yosuke do it so much better.
It's been a while since I failed any subjects.
Yeah, if by a while you mean all the time.
Shut up! Like you've ever seen my scores!
To be honest, I'm a fan too. She's such a cutie pie!
A cutie pie? What are you, 80?
Her curves, her posture, even her beautiful slim legs.
What's that look for?
Look, if you're gonna blab at all, you might as well tell us the girls' measurements.
What? Are you a complete nutter moron?
Sure, go right ahead. My profile's been public knowledge for ages. Oh, but my bust size is 2 centimeters smaller than they print. My agency insisted. And having modestly sized breasts like yours would definitely make it easier to wear a kimono.
What?
Oh yeah, Naoto-kun's in here too, huh? Let's see. Naoto-kun's is... Huh?
Anyways, the important thing is that according to the examination results, nothing's wrong with our health. So we won't be needing these anymore. I'm going to go shred them.
Well, thank goodness everyone's healthy.
I found Naoto's character really interesting, especially when I realized her actual gender. But I mean, I understand there is a reason as to why she has that tone due to the complexities she faces. Her struggles with societal expectations around gender and age and having to embrace vulnerability is highly relevant in today's society. Naoto feeling pressured to conform to traditional expectations through gender identity and by adopting a more masculine persona in order to be taken seriously is harsh. Especially women that feel they must alter aspects of themselves just to fit in professional areas or societal molds. I also want to mention that this has also set a reminder to me with the crucial discussion in the entertainment industry. I feel as of today, the recent push for inclusion in games, movies, and other media has given visibility to diverse identities. But the quality of these portrayals can sometimes feel forced or oversimplified. One reason for the disparity in audience reception to new media representation could be that some companies are trying to avoid controversy and they want to take the safe approach to character identity. They might add diverse characters without fully developing them, or focus on the surface level traits rather than building nuanced, relatable backstories.
So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
This can lead to portrayals that feel more like checkboxes than fully realized individuals, and leaving audiences feel disconnected from the characters. However, Persona 4 does it better. Naoto's character avoids this and is an authentic representation because her journey feels deeply personal. Companies aiming for this type of representation shouldn't always be sugarcoating the idea of inclusion all the time in games, but instead it should be acknowledged rather than creating these simplified portrayals that detach the subject from reality.
Do you not like being a girl? Is that why you always dress like a boy?
My sex doesn't fit my ideal image of a detective. Besides, the police department is a male-oriented society. If they had the slightest concrete reason to look down on me, no one would need me anymore.
You don't know that.
Hey, you must know already that what you yearn for isn't to become an adult or become a boy.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I kept ignoring you, pretending you didn't exist. But you are me. And I am you. You've always been inside me. What I should yearn for, no. What I must strive for isn't to become a man. It's to accept myself for who I really am.
Okay, the next two characters are easily unforgettable to me, so let me glaze a bit, alright? Kanji Tatsumi is the definition of comedy in this game. Troy Baker, my king. I swear anything he says always manages to make me laugh.
Dude, what is that?
What's what?
Your swimsuit. What else would I mean?
It's your basic black. What? Down. Holy shit, the wardrobe malfunction was mine! Hell yeah. A man should... Nah, that's pushing it. Boy, I'd be in some serious shit.
Wait a sec. What are you eating?
Animal crackers?
What the? Those are mine! Damn it! I was so pumped about finding the penguin today.
Okay, what I like about this character is his representation. Kanji appears as a tough guy on the outside, but sensitive underneath. His complexity challenges stereotypes about masculinity, and his inner conflict adds richness to the group's dynamics.
He finds me intriguing? He's a dude that finds another dude intriguing. Does that mean he's... Hey, didn't I see you yesterday?
We aren't trying to follow you or anything, nor do I think you might be gay. And if you are, that's totally cool too. I think that's great.
Did you say gay?
Chie, you moron, you just couldn't keep your mouth shut! Run for it!
Huh? Wait a sec. Yosuke!
Wait, Kanji. How come you're not getting a nosebleed over me?
Huh? Why would that happen?
What?
Is he cute? What do you think, Kanji?
Huh? What are you asking me for?
Well, I was just wondering if he was your type.
Oh, I get it. What you're really asking is, will you please beat the shit out of me, Kanji?
His internal struggle with how society perceives him versus who he truly is reflects modern conversations about masculinity. Raised to believe that toughness is a man's defining trait, he struggles with reconciling this expectation with his actual interests, which include hobbies traditionally viewed as feminine, like sewing.
Is that big guy here today?
You mean the guy who lives in this place?
That's right. He helped me with this.
Kanji's character often represents the discomfort many people feel when their interests, hobbies, or personalities don't align with the societal expectations for their gender.
Shut up! Crying isn't gonna bring back what you lost, kid. Oh. What's it look like? I can't make an exact copy, but I can make something that looks pretty close.
Can you really?
I can. And when you give it to her, ask her to forgive you and say that you're sorry. I'll go with you to back you up.
In a way, this also mirrors Naoto's case, and the increased emphasis in today's culture on self-expression and authenticity encourages people to embrace their unique qualities without fear of stigma.
Hey, that's...
You made it, right?
So, you got a problem with that? I can make that thing and still be tough.
I know. I think it's cute. I said it's cute.
Cute? Look, it made me happy when you called what I made cute, and you didn't make fun of me for it.
Somebody, oh anybody, please just accept me!
I said cut that crap out! I hate that this guy's inside me. You've absolutely no idea how freaking embarrassing it is.
Kanji.
It ain't about men or women. I'm just scared shitless of being made fun of. I'm nothing but a big old coward who spends most of his time pushing people away. Look, I already knew that you existed. You're me and I'm you. That isn't some major revelation, you freaking moron.
This is one thing I'm also confused. I actually don't know his sexuality, but my guess is that he is bisexual, though the game doesn't exactly identify it. But his story arc touches onto themes of LGBTQ themes, particularly regarding the fear of not fitting into traditional social roles. Kanji's confusion and insecurities resonate with those exploring their identities, making him a significant figure for conversations around acceptance. As society becomes more open to discussions on sexual orientation and self-acceptance, Kanji's journey continues to resonate as a subtle but impactful representation of exploring one's feelings, questioning stereotypes, and embracing one's identity. And I think that's really cool. But I don't know, as of today, I feel like we don't get the best examples from certain people.
Hey Anthony, congratulations on buying Smosh.
Now, if I were to say who's the best best friend in the series, it's actually pretty hard to compare them even when they all sit in the same stereotypical sense. They manage to differentiate from one another, but in my eyes, there can only be one winner.
Hey!
What the hell is this? I mean, what kind of... Curry's supposed to be, like, really spicy or kind of mild. This just stinks.
Come on, it's not that bad. That's just your opinion.
I'm telling you as a friend, don't do it. I wouldn't even joke about trying that slop.
Yosuke, aka Brosuke, personally, he's, to me, the most relatable out of the bunch. He's the protagonist's best friend, and he has a sense of humor that is likable and relatable. And he's also Spider-Man.
Something I have to tell you. I'm fresh out of honey.
His sometimes clumsy attempts at being helpful often come from his own insecurities and desire for connection. Pretty much Yosuke's story deals with the struggles of moving to a small town, feeling unfulfilled, and dealing with the loss of his friend Saki. Much of this relatability is tied to his self-doubt and the insecurity he sometimes hides behind humor.
And your friends here?
Oh, madam, you wound me.
Kidding aside, you look down. Did something happen?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just a little tired.
Hey, if you need to talk, I'm always willing to listen.
And has a fear of failure and rejection, and he fights with feeling overlooked and out of place, especially as if he tries to fit in and make friends in a new town.
Doesn't have too many friends, so I hope you two get along good. Hana-chan's a good guy, but he can get nosy sometimes. You gotta tell him right to his face when he starts to annoy you.
Saki-senpai says I'm annoying, but she's even nosier than me.
The idea of having to fit in sucks. Even for me, I hated this. I act more as an empath to others, and I really care about people I become friends with, and once I develop the certain level when we're both comfortable in opening up or becoming vulnerable, I use this as a way to grow closer or deepen our friendship. And sometimes when you do, They don't understand you. They might even call you weird. They'd be like, bro, why are you acting like this? Or, we don't mess with him anymore, he's changed. But the thing is, I'm growing up, and yes, this is how I truly feel. As I'm saying this right now, I have isolated from my friends for a while, and not to the point as like I have no more friends. It's what I hope I'm not thinking, but when I would join calls with friends, I expect to be in a happy place to play games with them. But when the dynamic of the friend group becomes out of hand, like what it has to me was, it felt like some levels of social hierarchy, and there were ways in where your friends were categorized in the friend group and can lead to toxicity. To me, I was still perceived as normal to them, but I was usually a substitute whenever the person who was supposed to play the role of being bullied was not present. And I was just easy to be picked on because I just never knew the point in fighting back with people that don't understand you and that just make fools of themselves. They really aren't just worth your time, and if you wanted to fit in, you just have to act this whole facade around them. And I would always be the minority when it came to certain conflicts, and the majority of the friend group would always follow the leader. Pretty much, this is what I learned. I've been friends with these people for so long during high school days, and this is how I'm treated. It hurts because this is literally the type of generation we live in, and it's like everyone has to act like this to pretty much fit in this normality we call society. And I think media is partly to blame for this. The power and influence of social media is unreal to brainwash our brains into doing things whatever people online tell us to do, like speaking these slangs, changing our beliefs and attitudes. Anyway, I just had to get that out of me because we as men, or friends in general, don't handle conflict as civil people or try to at least act as the whole point of being a friend. Instead, it's just keeping up the mood of the friend dynamic, and they act like the victim as if they've done nothing wrong, and the person that gets hurt in the situation is the bad person for creating this issue, and they will still get pressed for being a bitch about it, and they tell us to get over it because it's just a joke. Okay, I went a bit off topic, but where I'm trying to get at with Yosuke is that he is real in the sense that his flaws and insecurities are visible, and his tendency to make awkward or impulsive comments also speaks to the experience of wanting to connect, but sometimes feeling misunderstood. Like, when I say something by accident and it comes off as stupid when I didn't intentionally mean to say it, I'm gonna be picked on and just be a laughingstock for like the next few months to them. Like many people, he wants validation and acceptance but struggles with how to present himself, sometimes hiding parts of his personality or emotions out of fear of being judged. This balance between being flawed and trying to grow is what gives his character a relatable depth. Upon coming across Saki's hurtful comments, when he hears her admit that she found him annoying and never actually liked him, this moment forces him to confront the painful reality that the girl he had feelings for, and whose death deeply affected him, didn't see him the way he thought or hoped she did. He feels betrayed and struggles with the thought that his attempts to connect with people might be misinterpreted or unwelcomed. I truly believe his transformation feels the most grounded and relatable. Him arguing with his shadow self, or in this case facing himself, is realistic and relatable struggles that many players can connect with. Yosuke ultimately accepts these painful truths about himself and Saki's perception of him, recognizing that he sometimes uses humor and friendliness as a way to hide his own insecurities and need for validation. His growth in empathy and loyalty makes his transformation the strongest of the group, and always reminds the player in finding ways and looking at the bright side, even when times are a struggle to get through and comprehend. I value this character to a high degree, and I really don't get the hate he gets. He may act like an asshole, but bro, get over it. Despite going through personal challenges and inner conflicts, he tries to bring humor and lightheartedness to the group, reminding the player and his friends to stay upbeat. And this is where I resonate the importance of color. Persona is heavily grounded to this aspect in all of its games because the use of color choices can dramatically shape the mood of a scene or the game as a whole. Yellow is a bright and lively color, and it suggests positivity and warmth. In Japanese culture, yellow often symbolizes courage and cheerfulness, which resonates with the character's journey as they confront their fears and personal truths to emerge stronger. And in my case as of now, I hope that I'm happy. I want to stay happy the more I grow up. I know I'm going to face more of the harsh reality, and will face circumstances that will bring me down. But there's this reminder that we must encourage ourselves to push forward. And the game portrays us with Yosuke. His approach can feel like a reminder that even in tough times, a little bit of humor and optimism can make a big difference. He represents the kind of friend who helps others find happiness, even while working through his own struggles, making players feel more hopeful and inspiring. Like the color yellow, Yosuke and everyone in the group, their presence and humor add brightness and warmth to the group. where the theme of friendship is prevalent in balancing the heavier themes of the game with optimism. To end my experience with this game, let me tell you what I gained from it. With the issues I'm currently facing now, I tried recommending this game to others and my friends without exaggerating when I mean this game is an experience. But I've been misunderstood and undervalued when I say it. It just made me wonder, do I even have friends that care about me? Or at least value my opinion, what I'm saying. The game really moved me and uplifted my beliefs with the themes it portrayed. Friendship. It plays such an important role, and I wish I could grasp the same feeling again with the friends I just had recently isolated from just to preserve my mental state. But I can't change them. The game's themes of identity and understanding who you are, it is what gave me a reason to realize what I need to do and accept the flaws that I have within myself. Cherishing the memories and friendships are what I take serious, and this game aligned with my perspectives on life. It's just life, and for you as the viewer, I want to let you know whatever you're going through, take your time. Whether it's processing your emotions, fears, just remember they're essential for you in overcoming personal struggles and connecting with others in a meaningful way. I just want you to remember that it's the little things this game offers that make you think, feel, and reflect, and we never realize it. To end this off, I need to watch the ending of this game one last time. I truly had experienced the best journey with these characters. They really felt like I was leaving true friends behind, and to me felt like real friends that I would never forget.
You're wrong! Izanagi!
Well, see ya.
Good luck over there, too.
If anything happens on your end, we'll come running.
Until we meet again, Senpai.
Senpai, I'll be waiting for you.
See ya. Take care.
I'll be looking forward to seeing you again.
Well, be careful.
I'll see you, Big Bro. Bye-bye.
Thank you for everything. Stay well until we meet again someday.
You'll always be my sensei forever!
Please don't forget about us over there. I love you, Senpai.
I'll do my best! You better not run away too, Senpai!
I'll always remember our time together.
Distance doesn't matter to us! Even if we're separated, we're still friends!
Take care.
See you again, Sensei! Bye!
I'll miss you.
He's really gone.
It's sad that he won't be around, but we will be okay, right guys?
Doesn't matter how far apart we are. The bonds we've made will remain strong. Everyone's heart is connected to the people they know and trust. It's those bonds that let us all search for our purpose in life. As long as it's a purpose you believe in, there will always be someone who can help you fulfill it. You, me, and everyone else, there are no barriers. Our hearts are one, right, Sensei?
I just want to say thank you if you really made it this far. I appreciate you staying to listen and hear a random person's thoughts that really changed their perspective of gaming. This game was truly an experience and sparked more interest into playing more of it in the series and trying out other games. Sorry, I just plan to cover the rest of the games in another video or do them in a segmented part, so this is pretty much the first part and something I did not think of doing. The second part will be me about grasping what Persona 5 Royal had taught me, because after what Persona 4 did, it made me crave more. And I know I didn't cover all of it, but it's what impacted me the most, and Persona 4 really did shine through its portrayal of characters. The other elements will be talked about in the other games, as they differ in aspects that make those games unique and special as well. So I do plan on working on a part 2 when I can, but I truly never thought I would make something like this and had to get this off my chest in making a video and script this long in my life. So I guess it more so just feels like a project for me. So again, I just want to highly recommend this game to anyone who hasn't played it. It truly was an experience I needed and a reality check on where the state of the world is leading to. So thank you, and stick around, that part 2 will come out someday.